Malcolm Jamal Warner and the spiritual message that came through. Rising in power to the God. What's up, family? What's the deal? What's the deal? Dreamwise here for another one. Yes, sir. We got to talk about it. We got to dive deep into the fold. But what message, spiritual message, is coming through in Malcolm Jamal Warner's transition? Rising in power to the God and understanding that people have a spiritual imprint or energetic code that we have to ingest within ourselves, especially celebrities, because again, they're on the forefront or are on the main stage, and we're seeing them over and over and over again, and in just seeing them creates an energy we got to understand within ourselves. And boy, did one come through with Malcolm Jamal Warner. So we're gonna dive deep into the fold because hey, look, we gotta understand what's happening. You know, rising in power to the God. This is about movement, about transformation. And if you don't understand that yet, that when we transition is not the end, then you got to do more studying than this thing. Because again, at the end of the day, we got to go deeper into the fold of why these symbols are coming up in our waking life. That's it. And then these symbols coming up in our waking life, they're here to reveal a message to us that will give us some understanding that will move us along our journey, along our Heru's path, that actually transform us to get out of this thing. So yes, sir, here we go. Let's get it on. Rising in power to the God. Once again, rising in power to the God. And boy, oh boy, did he have some shows. So both of his shows are actually important shows for us to understand and dissect, right? Now, I wasn't big on the Cosby Show because it was just before my time. It was kind of in my time, but I was like more Family Matters. You feel me? And all of that. Step by step. You know what I'm saying? What was it? What they call that? They got TGI Fridays and shit. You feel me? That 80 baby, 85 though. You feel me? Even though I did watch Good Times, 227, Amen. You feel me? All of those shows. I missed the Cosby Show. Maybe because it just didn't gravitate to my particular uh reality at the time. You feel me? Because you know, living in the hood, growing up in the hood, you probably can't relate to seeing, you know, a family that's thriving and striving in melanated family. So you're thinking that that might not even be real. Like, what kind of illusion is this? You feel me? But then the other shows, Good Times, some of the other struggling type of shows caught my interest as a young kid. You feel me? But I did watch Malcolm and Eddie. And boy, oh boy, was it one of those. Which we got to put more respect on Malcolm and Eddie because that shit was funny and a classic as well, especially Eddie. Eddie Griffin's still a chaos being to this day. You feel me? But the Cosby Show was one of those that was essentially speaking to the aspect of melanated people thriving and striving in this society, in this white society. And when you look at that from an energetic standpoint, that's hopefully what everybody wants to do. But there's something to the hood, the struggle, the fight that's attractive to melanated beings. And we got to understand that energy as well, too, and why that's such a big thing for us, right? To get it out the mud, to be independent, strong. I got it on my own. You feel me? No mama, no daddy, right? That story has been glorified or programmed into us to make us believe that that's the way to go. And that's a beautiful thing. And especially with young males, young black males, it's almost like a rites of passage to go to jail, or rites of passage to be in a gang, or rites of passage to, whatever, right? Now, with these YNs, which is absolutely amazing, rites of passage to get a body. God damn, how far the rabbit hole goes. You feel me? So the Cosby Show, when you look at it, was absolutely a transformational show for melanated people to see black thriving family, mom and dad, right? Kids going to college, kids in private school, mom's a lawyer, dad's a doctor, whatever, right? And pushing that agenda into the lexicon of melanated people's minds. So with Malcolm Jamal Warner playing Theo, and he's playing the, young melanated son, the son, SUNSON, the Christ consciousness one, he had a powerful role in the hearts of melanated boys. Because again, if we live vicariously through what we're seeing in these images. So there's some kids that probably seen Theo and was like, oh shit, okay, this is how we supposed to be, more respectable, more humble, more loving spirit, right? And remember, your subconscious mind doesn't know if it's real or fake. So you're just putting the ideas when you see other melanated people on TV, you're transforming that energy into you as it's actually you doing that. So y'all remember when y'all was in elementary, y'all was more inclined to watch the elementary shows. When y'all got to middle school, y'all was more inclined to watch the middle school shows because you're relating in the same aspect in the same world. When you got to college, you watch College Hill. You still doing it right now. The what is that? Real Housewives of Atlanta, 40 and up. You can relate with the goddesses on the show, or you're trying to understand that energy on the show. You feel me? So now all of a sudden we got to put into context what's happening when we are watching these shows and how they are transformational to us. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to watch the Cosby Show. Maybe it just wasn't on the top of my head. But sure enough, Malcolm and Eddie was. And boy, did I have a time and a laugh. So Malcolm and Eddie is the same kind of idea also. You feel me? Black, thriving, successful. Malcolm being the more calm, peaceful, more intelligent, more thorough business owner. Eddie being the wild card, the chaos, the fire. You feel me? The jack of all trades, the funny one, right? But together they mix perfectly to create a holistic show, Malcolm and Eddie, that makes the balance work. It's water and fire. And that water and fire is important because essentially you need that balance, right? Water and fire to create a harmonious relationship, situationship in this world. So with the Cosby Show, it might have been too far left brain for, a lot of us to see at that particular time, to see a thriving black family that's up and doing their thing. But the idea and the energy is still relevant today. And we want to dive deep into the fold of that. So now let's get right into it. Transforming in the nine. Now, I know y'all all seen it, and we all seen it heavy. Malcolm Jamal Warner transitioned at the 9, 9, right? And it says the year of closure, the energy of a 9-year numerology is deeply connected with endings, completions, letting go, and spiritual growth. It represents a time of closure and release. Closure and release. closure and release, where we finish up cycles, tie up loose ends, and let go of what is not serving us and make room for a bright new beginning. So y'all know y'all are in this 9-year with us, right? No matter how you want to shape it, the Gregorian calendar or whatever, the Mayan calendar, whoever you want to go by, the 13, whatever, we're tied into this matrix whole that we got to understand that we are part of this illusionary game. So now with the 9-year being a completion year, right? You want to understand what you're completing in yourself in this particular time to transform into the 10. And that 10 is a heavy year for you to start a new beginning, right? The 10 is what? Zeros and ones. 10 is the 0 coming into the 1, straightening up to be the 1, Neo the 1, carrying out a new mission, carrying out a new body, carrying out a new life. And the only way you do that is by completing your 9-year, completing and releasing old ideas and energies that don't serve you for your 10. So that could be old friends, old ideas that you have in your mind, relationships that might keep you stagnant, situationships that might keep you in the past, jobs that might keep you in a stranglehold, right? I was telling y'all at the beginning of the year, this is an important year to transform into your new self, especially mentally and emotionally and spiritually. Just understanding that the ideas that's running through your mind is going to reign supreme in the 10-year and beyond. So now, whatever you are believing in your head is going to have a whole grasp when you fall into this 2026, that 10-year, which is zeros and ones, which is creation, which is creating a new. So again, you got 4 months, nigga. We in the Jason months. So you need to run it heavy right now in your head and transform ideas, thoughts, belief systems that might keep you in the old paradigm self that doesn't serve you. So now getting back to Malcolm Jamal Warner, he transitioning on the 9-year, he transitioning at the 9, right, is a powerful symbol for us to recognize for ourselves to understand what we can actually do to release old stagnant energy. Also, what happened is he transitioned right at the beginning of the Leo season. And then also him being a Leo as well, the almost Leo Virgo cusp in this bitch. You feel me? That nigga damn near like me. My birthday, August 23rd. He right at that Leo Virgo cusp, right? And it says Leo season is a time where we feel confident and happy about who we are and we are not afraid to show it. It is a time where we are encouraged to love ourselves, each other, and life itself. Leo season is about fun, socializing, and showing off your talents. It's your turn to take the spotlight and not care what others think. Be strong, be brave, and be loving. So, Leo just represents that lion, that fire, that courage, that leader inside of you, right? Think of Leo as a passionate one. You feel me? That's going to direct and serve a particular thing. Leo sign is also the sun. So then you think about Sekhmet, the lion goddess Sekhmet, right? And her being this fiery lioness goddess that's going to fire shit up, tear shit up, but do it in a more constructive way. Because, in the elements, you got destruction, which is fire, you burning down a house or burning things up that doesn't serve you. And then you got constructive, which you cooking food, you staying warm, and so on and so forth through the elemental spiritual practices of this thing. So now, boom, step back, understand that the fire is absolutely a good thing for you to have right now in this particular season we're falling into. And Malcolm Jamal Warner just being that epitome of fire, which I'm about to show y'all some real, don't worry, we're going to get there. Malcolm Jamal Warner being a Leo and him transitioning right into his Leo season is absolutely a powerful symbol for us to understand that it's time to burn something up, burn off the old self, burn off the old flesh, and start moving with our passions, moving with stuff that's going to make us feel good, things that we love to do, instead of trying to be in survival mode, right? Trying to be in a program systematic idea or agenda that you're just using because it's to get along to be along, right? You're trying to be like everybody, robotic and stuff. It's time to burn that shit down. It's time to create a new you, a new world for you in the form of being passionate about what you do on a daily, being in love and being the leader of your world. Leo, the lion, the leader of your world, courageous, courage, strength, power. We want to fall into this energy heavy right now because, again, I'm just giving y'all the keys and gems that's going to transform your 10-year into gold. And Leo is also gold. So now all of a sudden, if we step into our strength, our power, our courage, then right now, then our 10-year is going to look amazing. So we gotta really get into the space of understanding that to the core, right? He's about to turn 55. 55 is what? The 10. You feel me? So now all of a sudden he's into zeros and ones. So he transformed and transitioned right into a new. And there's nothing to be, sad about or anything like that, because there's no final destination. This is a never-ending story. He just transformed out of this physical body or this illusionary body back into his godhood. And he's also understanding and learning from light beings like us that he can see and say, oh, okay, I can smoke a bag of that. Hell, I had a dream last night. My dream, I was in a school. Like, I'm always in a school in my dreams. Crazy shit. Just earth is the school. But I was a student in the school, right? Then as I'm going through the school, whatever, I went and changed clothes. So I had on more comfortable, more loose clothes at first. And then I went into an office, changed clothes. It was all my dream last night. I changed clothes and then I had to teach a class. So that was me in the dream world, understanding that, because I'm still a master student to the core. Like, the shit, some of y'all might perceive me to be like a teacher or whatever, right? But I'm just master student. I'm constantly learning. Audible on 1,000. You feel me? Learning through the world I'm walking through. All of that kind of different ideologies of learning, right? That's always just been me. I just want to know, right? I'm just into that space of knowing heavy. So now, when I did have that dream last night and I transformed into that teacher, I said, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to drop something that helps the family and move into this new space of thought. Shit, this might be the video right here. I just thought about it. This might be it. So hey, here we go. Let's get it. So now, boom, we're talking about Malcolm Jamal Warner, right? Transitioning through the water. And when we understand the water, right, we understand that's emotions, that's intuition, that's your flow, your channels. Water is how you receive channels through the heaven. You are water. Be water, my friends, right? So it's how you're receiving your cosmic rivers, right? Your cosmic information. row your boat gently down the stream, your stream of consciousness, right? So there's a channel or stream of consciousness that's coming from the heavens, and the heavens is here. So I don't want y'all to think I'm pointing to the sky. I'm just giving you the idea of what they're trying to say, because in the story form, it's just saying a higher way of thinking, not looking up to the sky, right? So now, boom, your stream of consciousness is flowing into you at rates of speeds of light in the aspect of information that's giving you plays and understandings down here. So now it's just up to you to understand that this stream is happening. So then Malcolm Jamal Warner transitioning through the water, right? You know, that's not a coincidence, and we got to understand that to the core, right? Him being the fire element through the Leo season, through the sun season, right, which is Leo, which is what we're in now, these Jason months, is him being in the fire, and him transitioning through the water is the balance or the harmonious aspect of the new transformation that you're about to go through. They did it in the movie Elementals, right? They put water and fire together to create the symbiotic relationship of the one. The yin and yang, the one, the masculine and feminine, creating a harmonious at the right and left brain, creating a harmonious relationship in your walk of life. So now you just got to understand that Malcolm Jamal Warner, again, is a symbol, right? We got love and appreciation for the God and his work, but he is a symbol during this specific time to understand something a little bit more deeper, a little bit more stranger, that will actually transform you. Because remember, this is all about you. You. Okay, here we go. So now, boom. It says fire needs the containment of water to be purposeful, and water needs the spark of fire to stay in motion. When you're doing inner work, you often want to harmonize these two, the emotional intelligence with the power of fire. So that's you being emotionally balanced, you being in a place of ridding yourself of the human emotions, right? And then you also having the passion, the courage, the fire to make the plays. Because a lot of times what's happening is, yeah, you might know the information, but you are chicken scared, chicken little. No courage at all, baby. You just in this bitch. Sitting, you like, fuck it, I'm gonna just sit on the couch and chill. I ain't gonna do nothing. I ain't trying to hear none of that. You feel me? Yeah, I know it, but I ain't gonna move. No motion, no action means no flow, no growth, no new opportunities. So you might have the information in your head, true indeed, but nigga, if you ain't moving, that shit don't even matter. And you know, matter is your earth. So now all of a sudden, we got to understand to the core. You know what I want to show y'all? Hey, I don't. You know what? Side note, let's go to a whole nother thing, because I just seen that video and I was gone, nigga. So y'all seen the dude, right? He got pulled over by the cops, right? That nigga was passionate to the bitch. He was using his fire and everything. I ain't getting out this car. Y'all got me fucked up. Let me pull that up real quick. Hold on, so y'all can see. I'm just telling you what it is, baby. Don't blame me, dog. I'm just chilling in this hole. You feel me? Y'all trying to blame me because I got a sense of humor, because I'm in peace with myself. That's y'all, nigga. Y'all, I better recognize a guy when he's in this bitch. Because you know what I'm saying? See, look, this is my thing. Y'all know that shit? Okay, let me just show y'all the video first. Because then we could go deeper into the fold, boy. Wait, where is it at? Hold on, dog. Okay, here it go. Here it go. Y'all better hope this video don't play, boy. Oh, they trying to slow the... Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get it up. I'm definitely gonna get this video up because this is a must. This is a must see. Shout out to the family, baby. Hold on, dog. Look. Let me make sure y'all can see it. Y'all can see that? Oh no, hold on. See StreamYard be doing that bullshit. Hold on, here we go. Watch this.
Supervisor. All right, go for it. Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands. Here.
That's fucked up. Why y'all laughing at that?
Here. What is your reason, sir? What is your reason? Step out now. All right. No, don't. Don't fight. Put your hands on your back. He called you supervisor. All right, go for it.
I ain't meaning to laugh like that, boy, but dog.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands. Here.
Hey, that shit funny. I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all, man. That shit. Say, hold on. I seen it on X. I just kept rewinding it, nigga. Somebody made a GIF out of it. I was just gone like, dog. I know he just, I know he was thinking like, damn, this nigga just really stole off on me. What's the reason, sir? Bah, that's the reason. That nigga said, bah. Oh my, hold on. This shit is on loop. Boy, y'all boys be trying to get me started. Hold on, watch this again. It's on loop. Where's it at? Okay, here you go. Check it out. Nah, wait, hold on. We're gonna make sure that's the right. Check it out, baby.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hand.
What?
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hand.
I know he was surprised. He looked at the camera. Bitch. Oh my God, nigga. Hey. Hey, I'm just telling you what it is, dog. Them boys, them cops don't give a fuck about what you. That's the problem. Y'all think them boys is you think they supposed to care. Nigga, them cops don't give a that nigga really tried to say, hey, what they asked you to get out the car. Get your bitch ass out the car. They don't give a fuck about what you talking about, boy. You think these people care? They emotional. Like you in the cop car. They don't give a fuck, nigga. They human like you. You act, see, that human shit gonna get y'all fucked up. He thought he could just use all that law shit. Yeah, I'm standing on business. Nigga, when keeping it real goes wrong, nigga. That cop said, bust that window. Bah, bah. They didn't even try to get the nigga out the car. They just, bah. I said, oh my God. Now he gonna get paid. But nigga, what if they would have broke his leg or something? What if they would have, you know what I'm saying? Look, they gave the cop that killed the one girl. I can't remember what her name was. They just released it. 33 months. She killed. They ran in her house, wrong person. They killed her. The cop ain't even getting life. 33 months, and that's a spiritual number for your ass. So that nigga gonna do 20 months in jail at a comfortable jail too, and then get out and still have a job. These cops don't give a fuck. You playing in a different game. What we got to look at is, okay, I know this person is emotionally disturbed. He doesn't have any kind of emotional intelligence. So how can I take my ass home? Your ego is in the way when you're doing all this fancy shit. They see when your ego is in the way, you get your ass fucked up because again, you trying to stand on business and really you need to take your ass home. You worried about the wrong thing. You worried about being right instead of saying, all right. See, I don't argue with people. So when they say, like, I'll say, nah, it's actually like this. And they'll say, no, it's not like that. Fuck that. It's like, I'll be like, you know what? You're right. I'll go, right. Yep, you're right. And I'll be, oh, yeah, I can smoke a bag of that. Because what's the point? Why am I arguing with you? It doesn't matter. You feel me? I know what I know. You know what you know. So for me to fight, rage out on you, doesn't make any sense at all. As a side note, let's get back to Malcolm Jamal Warner, boy. Y'all had me rolling in this bitch. God damn, that nigga was recording, got his ass. Wow. Okay, so now we know that it's balance, right? Balance. And we're talking about the two balance. Malcolm Jamal Warner, his name actually is a idea of the fire and the water. Because his name is Malcolm. He was named after Malcolm X and Ahmad Jamal, the jazz musician, right? And Malcolm X is what? The fire, masculine, action, willpower, transformation. He was passionate, right? He had that fire, that yang energy, right? The sun, he was a leader, right? You could associate him with the god Ra. You feel me? Just out in front, not giving a fuck, about to make his voice heard. You feel me? Then Ahmad Jamal, he was the water, the feminine, jazz, smooth jazz at that too, cool, healing. You feel me? That kind of vibration that puts you into a good feeling response, right? When we're talking about music, we're talking about being chill, especially jazz music, chill, the vibes. You feel me? That's why the Malcolm and Eddie show was so fire, because you had Eddie being the fire, the passionate one, the comedian, the jokester, right? And then you had Malcolm being the cool, calm, collective one, right? But they mix so well together, and you had a powerful show in Malcolm and Eddie. Very good show too. I used to watch that a lot. I forgot about it. You know what I'm saying? Because the niggas always talking about Martin and the Jamie Foxx show. So now mixing both of the elements together is the harmonious yin and yang, or what we also want to call heaven and hell. But heaven is, or hell is not a bad thing, right? And heaven doesn't just quote unquote mean it's a good thing. You feel me? It's all one thing. So you're on earth going through what we call hell, which is transformation, which is the red, orange, and yellow, which is the fire, right? Your lower three chakras. And in the hell, you're going through a burning or a transformational process to become anew, to rise up to the heaven. In the Sandman, he said, because he had the key to hell, he said, yeah, when he was giving the keys back to the new owners, if y'all haven't seen it, go check it out. He said, yeah, hell is just a reflection of heaven. It's just a mirror. So they're the same thing. So now he was basically saying, whoever I give this responsibility to, this hell, is just an aspect of understanding the transformational process that happens in hell, which you're in hell now on earth. So, but it's not a bad thing, right? Because you don't experience hell as a bad thing. You're going through a school, a learning ground, right? And if we put it in our mind as bad, then that's what we receive in this earth realm. But if we put it in our mind as a transformation, a learning, a growing thing, then that's what we receive. So I tell people all the time, get off of that shit like we're in a prison planet. That's going to keep you locked up. Just the mental energy that you're stimulating the response with. Because again, when you do that, you're only training your subconscious mind to treat it that way. So now all of a sudden, you've experienced quote unquote hell in a more destructive way, right? Instead of a more constructive way where fire can actually be healing and cooking things, right? And warming you up instead of burning down your house, always running into problems, always struggling, survival mode constantly. Because you perceiving this place to be bad. So it's a whole thing on that. You know, you got to change your words, change your emotional thoughts, change how you move, change your mindset about it. Because again, at the end of the day, you're just here to learn. And in the learning, you grow, right? So when quote unquote uncomfortable things happen to you, you need to be able to understand that as a learning thing instead of like oh, woe is me, it's always bad things happen to me. So it's just a mind switch you have to have. Yes, it might be uncomfortable in the moment, but again, you learned something and grew into a new, or growing into a new. So for instance, when you go to the gym, right? Oh, it hurts, right? But then you grow, you learn, and your body learns how to adapt and move. When you do a fast, oh, it's uncomfortable, it sucks, da 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 da, right? Boom. But guess what? You just healed something in your body that was going to cause ailments and things of that nature. So now, what is hell? Hell is actually a good thing for you because, again, you came down here to learn and transform. So now, getting back to it, right? It says fire or hell represents purification, destruction, or illusion, destruction of illusions, ego death, and the trials of transformation. Trials of transformation. That's what hell represents, right? Water or heaven represents peace, flow, love, healing, and divine grace. That's your higher self giving you the stream of consciousness constantly, right? Where you can move through your world because your higher self and you are one. Instead of you being in the place of the ego, heavy, where you don't see that dude, he could have got out of that situation with the cop. He didn't have to make it so heavy. You know what I'm saying? We're reading the book, The Mind Control 101 in the Patreon right now, right? Okay. This nigga is asking you a question. Are you gonna move in a manner of strategy, not as, oh, I'm gonna show this nigga. How you doing today, sir? What can I help you with? Need your license, registration, whatever. Okay, man, you looking good today. It's a nice sunny day, whatever, right? This hostile energy that you're coming with is going to put you in the human fight. So now, because they're human, you're not understanding that their emotions is in the way too. So it behooves you, the person with the power of the gun, right? The power of coercion, the power of the gun, to move strategically so they won't beat your ass. Best believe if that nigga don't get paid, that shit will be a meme. That nigga getting punched like that. And that cop didn't hesitate, just bust the window. Wow. And you're gonna keep on fighting that good fight because you think you got your Morris jacket on and shit. Nobody don't give a fuck about that, nigga. You are in hell. And you better understand you're in hell. And in hell, these humans are gonna be humans. No matter if they got on a badge or not. So emotional intelligence is important, family. I can't make it up. We got to get out of our own way because again, that's not going to keep you thriving. Think about it in the form of Damon, what was the name? Damon and Jay-Z. You feel me? Dame Dash and James E, right? Think about it in that form. Jay-Z, strategic plays. Let me step back. Let me understand. Let me play the game. Dame Dash, fuck that. Human. Sure enough, money problems, struggling, whatever, right? So you pick your poison. It says, descend to ascend, burn to bloom, fall into chaos to rise into grace. Let me play this video for y'all. I wanted to play this earlier, but let me play this because Malcolm says some fly stuff that I want to make sure we dive deep into the fold with. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Okay. Here we go, right here. Shout out to Melissa
fragile
Ford.
and the blink of an eye.
You never know.
You never know. So speaking of legacy, what do you hope that your legacy is going to be? It's a tough question, huh?
Yeah, especially
Kids
because,
help with the
because
legacy
as-
question, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
and because I'm 54, I think about that a lot.
Mhm.
So it's interesting. I remember my mother said to me one time that Mr. Cosby gave you immortality,
Facts. That is very true.
right?
Mhm.
So I know on one lane, there's legacy there, but also because my life, those former years were always about life beyond Cosby,
Mhm.
right? So I feel like, okay, there's that legacy there, but then because I've had this full life, after that show, uh, there's another lane of legacy that I get to leave, and I'm still working through that. There is part of me that I will be able to leave this earth, knowing and people knowing that I was a good person.
Mhm.
And I talked to my dad. I just talked to him yesterday, and what he said to me often, you know, uh, people love you, and people are always talking about, your career and your success and all of that.
Mhm.
He said, but what really makes me the most proud is that you are a good person.
Mhm.
And I had it from my dad. It's like,
That's wonderful.
but I'm a good person because my dad's a good person. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
It is possible to walk through this world, um, and with all of the darkness in the world, it is possible to maintain your soul
Mhm.
and be a good person.
It is. It definitely is.
Yep. Shout out to Melissa Ford. Shout out and rising in power to Malcolm Jamal Warner. So yeah, he said a lot there, and in understanding what he's actually saying when he's saying a good person is saying a healed person, essentially a person that feels at peace with who he is, right? In the video, because I watched the video yesterday, the whole interview yesterday, he was like, "Yeah, I just need to stay. I just love staying in high vibrations, so I just kind of stay away from all of that." The guy does poetry, right? He did jazz and stuff. He played bass guitar and stuff. So he a celebrity, child celebrity, still a celebrity, right? Going to these local bars and stuff and acting like he's just one of y'all, everybody else. You feel me? And being in peace with him doing stand up poetry and in love with that aspect of him, right? Now, when we look at that symbolically, it's not that you have to be that kind of person, right? That level of genius of him doing, of you being like is what you call sweet or whatever, right? That's what we would perceive it as, or or like lovey dovey and all of that. Is more so about just the understanding of what's actually happening, him being in peace for himself, him being comfortable with himself, right? Him not feeling chastised by being black and doing poetry or whatever. You feel me? That's a big play in understanding the grand scheme of this thing and moving through that space, or moving through this space with power. You feel me? So now we understand heaven and hell are one, right? And you have to descend to ascend, right? Burn to bloom, fall into chaos to rise into grace. That's the same with Malcolm and Eddie. So boom, they had this podcast. Malcolm Jamal Warner had this podcast that was called Not All Hood. Not All Hood. So essentially, in Not All Hood, he was basically moving into a space of saying, hey, look, I'm melanated, right? I'm black, but my demeanor doesn't have to be associated with the hood. Actually, let me see if I can pull up that video because I actually got it. Because I watched the video yesterday. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Where is it at? Very powerful breakdown by Malcolm Jamal Warner and his podcast. Y'all check this out real quick. Let me see. Here we go, right here.
Okay. And you got a podcast called
Yes.
Not All Hood. Who came up with the name?
Actually, Wayisi Baraka, who was one of our original hosts,
Mm-hmm.
he came with the name. When he said it, I was like, bro, that is it right there.
Mm-hmm.
And because the whole concept of what we do with Not All Hood is, we are balancing out the narrative that the media likes to focus on. The media
Of black men?
of
balancing out the narrative, balancing out or coming into peace with aspects of you that wants to do more than being recognized as a hood nigga or being recognized as being in survival mode or getting it out the mud. You feel me? Something that's a little bit more stranger, something that's a little bit more creative than, you know what I'm saying, that hood mentality approach to the world.
Black people,
the black experience.
the
Okay.
black community.
Okay.
So oftentimes when we talk about the black community, we speak of the black community as if it's this monolith.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many different facets and lanes to the black community,
Mm-hmm.
and we're not all hood.
Mm-hmm.
We are hood.
Mm-hmm.
And we definitely talk about and discuss and embrace and bring on people who represent the hood,
Mm-hmm.
Through and through. But there are so many other lanes and so many other aspects of black culture that we're just really about showcasing all of the beautiful layers and lanes of the black community.
Tell me about two guests that you've had on the show that occupy like different ends of the spectrum.
Sure. Stacey Abrams.
Okay. Yeah.
She came on, and one of the things we like to do is bring people on to talk about things they don't normally get to talk about. So a lot of people don't know that Stacey Abrams is a romance novelist.
No, we don't.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
She has about either 10 or 12 books.
I had no idea. That's interesting. That's interesting. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's great. It was really a great interview. Dr. Daniel Black, who is the professor of African American Studies at Clark Atlanta. He's amazing. We just had Georgia Me on, poet from Atlanta, who is hood all day long. And I love her as a poet. I love her as a person. And one of the reasons I had her on, because we were talking and she heard the name of the podcast, Not All Hood. She's like, what the fuck is wrong with the hood? The fuck you saying? I was like, come on the podcast, Georgia. I gotta have you on. Yeah. We have a guy on, our guest, actually, I'm not sure when this runs.
You're going to have a live show on May 31st. We're going to make sure that this episode airs before that so that we can help you promote that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because we're doing a live show on May 31st too.
Yes.
So Yellow Pain is on now. And Yellow Pain is he's a rapper from he goes back and forth between Ohio and Atlanta. And he, like, I love, he has this video that went viral about the voting.
Mm-hmm.
And this one came out, I think, I want to say 2020, or it might have been before that. But people are like, so he was addressing the idea that Obama didn't do anything for Black people.
Mm-hmm.
And what he does in this video is he explains to people how government works,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the different branches of government, and how midterms are, really more important.
Then the presidential
Yeah,
election. Yep.
because
Mm-hmm.
by the time the every 4 years, you're already behind the eight ball.
Right.
But he is, yeah, he's a rapper, and he reps the hood.
Mm-hmm.
So we really just try to have, the full scope of the beauty of Black people.
Mm-hmm.
And within the Black community, all Black people don't get along.
That's a fact.
Some lanes just don't merge.
No, they do not.
Which is cool.
Yeah. No, it is. It's absolutely cool. Would I come to Atlanta? If you'd have me, I would love to be on.
Or that,
Be
yeah,
a guest, because I'm definitely not hood, but I represent that end of the spectrum.
All right. So now y'all get the concept, and y'all see that Malcolm is kind of trying to show different lanes, especially with him coming from, the Cosby Show and that kind of energy, right? He's trying to show or portray that we don't have to stay in this kind of hood mentality and be approved by other melanated people because we got to walk with our pants sagging and top and bottom grill and all this other shit. You feel me? That's a narrative that they're painting through the stereotype, which is a ritual. Stereotype is just a ritual through the powers that be painting an idea of this is what y'all need to be like. Survival mode. So that's when you get the sexy reds and all the glorrillas and all of that of the world to create a narrative surrounding get it out the mud, struggle, freak, hoe, that's it. You feel me? Thug, you got to do it like this, gangster and shit. So they keep on painting that narrative to penetrate your subconscious mind, to penetrate melanated people's subconscious mind so they can act according to that mission. And all they're doing is just shove y'all into jails so they can get their work for free. And the slavery all over again. So now understanding that, right, and understanding that there's a bigger play at hand when we're talking about transforming into a new, we want to get out of hood mentality, right? Not all hood, they're podcasts, right? And get into a thriving, striving mentality in 2026 and beyond. So Malcolm Jamal Warner's transition is him being a symbol to show us, because some people need that, right? We need to see the example on the forefront. And what better way than, hey, his time has ended. Now the other soul beings out here can actually see an example and receive the channel through his medium. So it's the same thing when Nipsey Hussle died, right? We always like, oh, okay, entrepreneurship, Bitcoin, being independent, you feel me? Having a business, right? All of that stuff. Kobe transition, courage, strength, motivation, right? The Mamba mentality, Kundalini energy. This is the same thing. Malcolm Jamal Warner, he transitioned, boom. There's a symbol or message there for us to pick up and gravitate to while we go into this 10-year and move into a new. So it's about you moving into a new right now, and moving into a new is you getting out of survival mode, my nigga. I cannot make it up. Transforming out of the struggle. I'm going to give y'all some tips and tricks to transform out of the struggle. So then when we get into 2026, you'll start walking it down accordingly, right? This is all ritual work that we're about to do that I want the family to do so they can strive and thrive in 2026 instead of survival mode mentality. And it says survival mode is an instinctual fight or flight response caused by perceived threat, stress, or trauma. Perceived threats, stress, or trauma. So even showing that guy, the dude that the cop stole off on, right? Cool. You get pulled over. Your stress response has to start thinking strategically to get home safely. This ain't about who's bigger and badder and all that other shit. That's human, nigga. That's for the human. You're in peace and oneness with self. This ain't about you trying to show your upper hand. The motherfucker got pulled over by one cop and 3 cops came. In that moment, you got to start thinking like, all right, I just really want to get home. Fuck it. Let me try to make this dude understand and see what I can do to help this mission move along. You feel me? Hell, they said they found weed in his pocket. They might warranted that whole mission for the weed in his pocket. Chaos in the blood, baby. That shit'll be sick, nigga. So then he just viral moment. And now, you know, y'all trying to do the march with the march thing. And hey, we knew on our rights. And that's what they want y'all to do. Keep on throwing up them signs, being emotionally disturbed because their emotional intelligence is saying, I want to fight these niggas. See, Malcolm X, right? Malcolm Jamal Warner, getting back to him. Malcolm X was that. He was that passion, that fire, right? Ahmad Jamal was the cool jazz, which is Malcolm Jamal Warner's whole name. The fire and the water, right? Into one. So now, Malcolm X being the passion, the fire, Ahmad Jamal being the jazz, the smooth, the water, right? They come into the fold to be Malcolm Jamal Warner to show you a way, an idea, a strategy of how to move next, how to be in peace with yourself and in love with yourself so much that the person outside of you doesn't have no merit or warrant to disturb your energy, to disturb your peace. So that's a big deal, family, for us to move into more emotionally intelligent maneuvers and manners. Because again, if you're in peace with yourself, it doesn't matter what this cop is saying. You feel me? When you perceive danger, your nervous system immediately draws all of its attention and energy towards getting you to react quickly for safety. So you perceive danger, and then your whole system is in a shock mode, ready to fight, right? The survival response are fighting, running, hiding, freezing for survival from the stressors. So that's the fight or flight response, right? You're going to either fight or you're going to run. All humans and animals have a survival response to danger and can experience this state for short periods of time. So this goes back to our nervous system, right? And our nervous system is essentially our guide because that's what's controlling our emotions, right? And this emotional intelligence is part of your stress response, right? Your nervous system. It says the sympathetic nervous system is responsible for the fight or flight response, preparing the body for action in stressful situations. That's the niggas in the hood. They're always prepared, always ready to fight, always ready to get out, ready to they're in survival mode. They got to get it. There's something about, I got to strive. I got to fight. I have to fight. You feel me? That's these YNs shooting niggas up and shit. Being in a stress response for no reason because you just declared this nigga your op because he lived on another street. These boys out here, boy. The parasympathetic nervous system, on the other hand, promotes the rest and digest response, helping the body to relax, conserve energy, and regulate bodily functions during non-stressful times. So this is your balance. This is your harmonious nature. This is you being at peace with yourself, right? You not stressing over the bills, worried about the bill collector calling, worried about somebody trying to get you, worried about kick dough, right? Worried about being in situations that will put you in the fight or flight response, right? Panic mode, the energy of, oh, I gotta do me, I gotta get mine, right? The ego driven response, that's the human. We want to understand that being spiritual is mean being bliss. You're breathing. Remember, breath is spirit. So when you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, that relaxes you, right? That relaxes and that turns on your sympathetic nervous system. So now all of a sudden, when you are doing these breathing exercises, you can do 4, 4, 4, right? Breathe in through your nose 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Breathe out through your mouth for 4 seconds. Right? You can do alternate nostril breathing to get the left and right hemispheres of your brain in shape. You feel me? It's putting you in a more peaceful, blissful state so you can laugh through this bitch. And nigga, if you ain't laughing, you tripping in this hoe. This is a comedy. Your soul, your spirit is a comedian, and it wants to laugh. And laughing is joy to your being. Like me laughing at that nigga getting stolen. See, niggas ain't gonna laugh at that. I had to bring y'all to it to laugh. Y'all gonna be so serious and shit. I seen the humor in it quick. That cop broke that window. And look, it's not no white or black thing. It's a cop thing, police brutality thing, because it was a white cop, a Hispanic cop, and a black cop beating his ass. Nigga, they shattered that window. That nigga's just, wow. Oh, he looking at the camera like, he looking at the camera like this. Bah, oh, what did I do, sir? Bitch, I'm about to show you what you did. Bah! Get over here. Mortal Kombat is coming out soon, baby. That nigga, get over here. Ha. That boy thought he was good, nigga. That nigga had it on live or something. He thinking he good. They about to listen to me. Watch me show my hand. Nigga said, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, nigga. Wow. And I'm gonna still keep my job. I ain't never seen nobody get stole. Like, why the cops steal him? That nigga was emotional for stealing him. No, he had to be emotional for stealing him, dog. There's no way around it. Hold on, let's go back to it. There is no way around it. How you not gonna be emotional for stealing this dude? This dude didn't do nothing to you. You know that cop was in his emotions, boy.
Show me your hand. Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hand.
Look at him. Look at the camera.
Now. Exit the vehicle.
Give a fuck about this camera.
Show me your hand.
Ho. Show me your hands, ho.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle.
Hey, I'm just telling y'all what it is. Y'all take it up with your God, nigga. That shit funny as hell, boy. That nigga did not see that coming, boy. So now we got to understand that it's transformation time. To get into that 10-year, you want to transform into a new. This is about you becoming a new, the end. And then you becoming a new, it's about you looking at yourself and start working on your sympathetic nervous system. Stop taking stuff so personal. Start getting into your meditation practices heavier, right? Start getting into your peaceful bliss zone. You feel me? We're talking about from surviving to thriving. from surviving to thriving. So I want y'all to think about it like this, right? That hood mentality is something that you went through. Some of us went through, right? And we went through it because that was our hell state at a young age. We had to go through the transformations portal for that particular time and zone, right? Now you're coming into consciousness, you came into spirituality. Now it's time for you to thrive and use that fire of your traumas, your past experiences, your fight or flight response being activated all the time to start thriving in a more emotionally intelligent, peaceful, love for self zone over and over and over again in the form of your sympathetic nervous system online. So a good example is young Jeezy, right? Think about Jeezy. Back then, he snowman. You feel me? Selling soft or whatever he believed he was selling, crack and shit, right? In his music, right? And that shit had us hooked in 2004, 2005. Like we was, I was 18 at that time, 19 and shit. Stuck hearing that, right? All that Jeezy shit had me going. Now look at Jeezy, transformation, real estate person, trying to put money back into the hood. Now he's trying to change up his music, but the niggas in the hood ain't fucking with it, and he already had his fan base, so his shit flopped. But he's trying to speak into more entrepreneurial spirit things because his spirit changed. Because he probably even realized, like, damn, I'm a detriment to my family, my melanated brothers out there, and I need to show them another way where the game is actually played from a different lens. It don't have to be played where you have to get it out the mud or get it through selling drugs or getting through robbing people and kick throwing shit. It can be played from a whole nother level of strategy in the aspect of real estate, investing, and so on and so forth. Hell, look at T.I. T.I. the same way, nigga. That nigga try to use all kind of big words. That nigga used to talk about dope and all of that shit all the time. Now you try to use all kind of big words, family man, and all this other shit, right? So now we got to understand, in your spirit, I'm talking to you, in your spirit, you have to move into a space of thriving. We're out of the survival mode. The survival mode is dying off in this 9-year for you. It's dying off so much that you can't even recognize yourself. You looking in the mirror and saying, damn, fuck it, I'm thriving, I'm in peace, I'm on the beach, laid back, chilling, baby. I'm winning in this hole. So this is what I want you to do. This is a simple meditation for y'all to do so you can get into the thriving mode over and over and over again. One, you want to visualize yourself on a beach. The beach symbolizes rest, relaxation, peace, right? With the sun shining, right? And you seeing yourself walking as a king or a queen. That's it. Just see yourself doing that. You can do that meditation for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, right? Try to get it in a few times throughout the week, because that's going to actually put you in the knowing. Remember, your king or your tiara or your crown is the knowing, the knowledge, the knowing, right? Know the ledge, knowledge, knowing. So now you're putting on your king as you're walking through the beach, right? And seeing yourself. You can see people cheering for you and everything. And that is going to put you in a position to change the vibration from you surviving to thriving, right? Number 2, audio auto suggestion, family. I cannot make it up. When you're hearing yourself say powerful words to yourself, essentially you're impregnating your subconscious mind. So when you record yourself, listen, family, I'm telling you, because I've done it, and this absolutely works. I've done all of these things. Absolutely works like a charm. When you record yourself saying powerful words, whatever it might be, over and over and over again, essentially what's going to happen is you're going to change the vibration of your spirit from surviving mode to thriving mode. So you want to do that because, again, that's going to put you in a more peaceful zone. That's going to put you in a more loving spirit, a more blissful spirit, right? And you want to start eradicating that energy of feeling like you have to be in survival mode. Because a lot of y'all feel like, nah, I gotta be in survival mode. Fuck it, this is all I've known. And nigga, I'm telling you, it's relax more and try less. Because again, remember, when we're talking about being, right, you're talking about you as it right now. So you have to literally see yourself as that thing and let it go because you are it. So the problem that's happening with a lot of people is they're seeing themselves over and over and over again of it, and they're not letting go of that image because they're trying to wish. It's like wishing for it instead of just being it and start walking that bitch down accordingly. So now you have to take yourself to the more peaceful places. Instead of going to the hood mall, go to the mall that's more safe and secure and luxurious. You feel me? Go to the grocery stores that's a calmer, more peaceful place instead of the survival mode grocery stores. Y'all still going to Foodorama and Food Town, you fucking up. Hell, they take EBT at what's the grocery store? Kroger's? No, not Kroger's. What's the one? The thriving grocery store here is HEB down here. You feel me? And I'm just letting you know, hit me up if you got the EBT, because I will buy them from you. You feel me? Because goddamn, we spend, nigga, I got 4 kids. Nigga, we spend money on food. So if you got it, come through, hit me up, baby. Leave a comment, whatever, nigga. I'll be like, arigato every day, 200 a day, food. Ha! Hey, so if you got it, come to your boy. You feel me? We go half, whatever it is. You feel me? Just putting that out there for the spiritual beings that want to make some cash real quick. We coming with the cash. That damn food, inflation your ass, boy. I be arigato. Arigato. God damn. I go in the grocery store. I be like, damn, I just wanted to get one thing. I spent $70 quick. I be like, damn, I just meant to pick up one thing. $150 quick. I be like, what the fuck? I just came in here for 2 items. Chaos of the blood, baby. So now I want to show y'all Malcolm Jamal Warner. So those are things that y'all can do. You feel me? And I want y'all to understand that to the core. Those are things y'all can do. I want to show y'all this last video as we're talking about thriving and surviving.
What's good?
Malcolm Jamal Warner, his last video, and him saying it for himself, and you understanding the energy that you want to reside in through his spirit talking to you before he go on his trip to Cancun and transform into a new.
Yes, I got the flower in my hair. Today's my daughter's birthday. She put the flower there, so I'm rocking it. What? It's a beautiful day here in Atlanta. I just wanted to shout out and just spread some love and some good cheer. And you know, life is out here lifing. right? For me and for everybody else. But just wanted to remind you, as I remind myself, that no matter what's going on, there's always a reason to smile. Like if you just take a minute to stop and take stock, I guarantee you can find at least one reason to smile. And if for some reason you can't find a reason to smile, then that's probably the best time to be the reason for somebody else to smile. So, find a smile for yourself and be a reason for someone else to smile. That's all I got. Listen to love because it's been a minute. Peace and love, and I'll be back soon.
Ashe, ashe, ashe. Find a reason to smile, baby. Find a reason to smile because you're worth the smile. You're worth happiness. You're worth joy. You're worth bliss. You are worth peace, baby. So in you feeling that peace and joy is a soft trait and a trait that makes you look weak, nigga, all right, keep on with that narrative. I'm going to continue to smile. Yes, sir, family. Give me some questions, baby. Give me some questions. What y'all got? What y'all got? What y'all got? It's okay to watch this movie, Malcolm and Eddie. Yeah, that shit. Because Malcolm is the calm, the peace. Eddie was the firecracker, the flame. You feel me? Go watch Eddie Griffin's podcast. That nigga be turned the fuck up. He tells straight up too. He tells straight up what it is. Eddie Griffin be on it. Yeah, y'all appreciate that rising bars. Yeah, hit that like button, hit that thing up so people can get this information, people can get this light. Because this video is going to transform somebody. And it's going to be one of those that actually puts us in a state of peace, bliss, oneness with ourselves. So I want the family to understand to the core, right? Like, let's get into the aspect of changing our nervous system for the better, getting out of survival mode for 2026 and beyond. You are not hurting, family. You're mentally hurting based off of the illusionary concept and the stereotype of being a hood nigga. But as we seen, with keeping it real goes wrong, that's when you start falling into limbo of the human. This is about loving on self so much that it feels good to smile. It feels great to be happy. You want to feel great, and all the time you want to feel in bliss. Some of y'all just can't fathom that reality because you've been in so much survival mode instincts. The sympathetic nervous system just shot that you can't even just do anything but I gotta be hard, tough. You feel me? Two melanated brothers walk by each other. It shouldn't be any fight automatically. It should be, hey, peace of you, God. Straight love, baby. You feel me? Because that love is going to go another way. So smile at a brother when y'all walk by. Pause, smile at him. Just say, all right, my nigga, we good, baby. Hey, I ain't trying to fight you, my guy. Coming on so hard and tough. I can't even do it. Then be coming with that tough. Fuck that. You ain't fucking with me. You don't even know who this nigga is. This nigga going through the same struggles as you. You gonna, I wish this nigga would. Already in the fighting mode, baby. God damn. Peace be unto you. Yes, sir, family. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love and appreciate y'all, man. Love and appreciate y'all. And until next time, y'all know what it is. Peace to the gods.